Ever get lost in a book where the world feels just as real as the characters? That's the magic of world building. Whether you're crafting an epic fantasy realm or setting a story in a twisted version of our own world, the details of your setting can make or break your story's immersion. Today, we're diving into the art of creating worlds that don't just look good on the page, but feel alive. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to bring your world to life and keep readers captivated. Number 1. Why world building matters. World building is about more than just pretty landscapes or cool technology. It's about creating a world that enhances your story's themes and feels like it could exist beyond the pages. A well-built world can reflect your character's inner conflicts, provide a backdrop for action, or even become a character itself. Think of how Middle-earth's diversity of landscapes reflects the journey of the Lord of the Rings or the vibrant setting of Gilead in The Handmaid's Tale, which intensifies the story's social themes. Number 2, establishing a strong foundation. Every great world begins with a foundation. Start with the basics: geography, history, and culture. Decide what kind of landscape your world has. Are there oceans, mountains, forests, deserts? Geography influences climate, resources, and even how societies develop. History gives depth, explaining why people believe what they believe and how they interact. For instance, if two kingdoms have a history of conflict, their borders and trade routes might reflect that tension. In Dune by Frank Herbert, the desert planet Arrakis shapes the lives and beliefs of its inhabitants, influencing everything from politics to survival tactics. Even if you're not an artist, sketch out a basic map of your world, noting key locations and landmarks. Even a rough map can help you visualize where scenes take place and keep details consistent. Number 3, creating believable societies. A world is nothing without its people and their culture. Think about how society is structured. Are there kings, a democracy, or a council of elders? What's the class system like, and who has power? Culture encompasses language, religion, values, and traditions. These elements affect how characters see the world and each other. For example, in A Game of Thrones, the different regions have distinct cultures, from war-driven north to opulent south, which creates natural conflict and enriches the plot. Try designing a unique cultural festival or ritual in your world. How do people celebrate? What do they believe? And how does this impact the way they live? Number 4, balancing magic and technology. Magic or advanced technology can add a unique flavor to your world, but they need structure. For fantasy worlds, establish rules for magic. Who can use it? How is it accessed? And its limitations. In sci-fi, think about the tech levels. Is it a cyberpunk future or a utopian one? Consistent rules keep your world believable. For instance, in Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series, Allomancy has clear rules, which makes the magical system more immersive and believable. Create a rulebook for your magic or technology. Define what it can do, what it can't, and who can access it. This keeps powers in check and adds the realism of your world. Number 5, using world building to enhance themes. Your world should do more than look cool. It should underscore your story's themes. For instance, if your story deals with survival, a harsh, unforgiving landscape can mirror the character's struggles. Or if your theme is power and corruption, your world might feature grand cities with sharp divides between rich and poor. In 1984, by George Orwell, the world is bleak and oppressive, which reinforces the themes of surveillance, control, and loss of freedom. Every part of the setting reflects these main ideas. Write down your story's main theme, then list 3 ways your world's environment, government, or social structure can reflect or reinforce that theme. Number 6, introducing world details naturally. One challenge of world building is introducing details without overwhelming the readers. Avoid info dumps by weaving details into the narrative or dialogue. Instead of describing a city's political system, show it through characters' frustration with bureaucracy. In Percy Jackson and the Olympians, we learn about the magical world of Camp Half-Blood as Percy experiences it firsthand, revealing each detail as it becomes important instead of grouped together in 15 pages of detail no reader's going to remember. Reveal your world gradually. Let readers discover details as they become relevant to the plot or character's journey. For example, describe the cityscape only as the character enters it for the first time, revealing specific features as the story progresses. This is the one thing I always like to say. If it's not important to the character, it's not going to matter to the reader. Number 7, examples of world building done right. Let's look at how some authors build unforgettable worlds. In Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth feels alive due to its deep history, cultures, and languages. Tolkien's attention to detail, from the Elvish language to the geography of Mordor, adds layers that immerse readers. Another example is N.K. Jemisin's The Broken Earth trilogy, where the world itself is a living, shifting entity mirroring the instability of the characters' lives. By integrating the physical world with the themes and conflicts, these authors create settings that feel organic and essential to the story. Number 8, developing an interactive exercise. Bring your world to life. Now that we've explored the basics, here's an exercise to get your world building started. Think of one unique aspect of your world, maybe a cultural festival, a historical event, or a type of landscape, and then write a short scene where your characters experience it for the first time. This exercise will help you integrate your world naturally into the story and give readers a sense of its depth and uniqueness without dumping info. Imagine a character witnessing a festival that celebrates a legendary hero. How do they react? What are the sights, sounds, and smells around them? Use this scene to reveal something about your character and the world simultaneously. Building an immersive world is like creating a rich, layered tapestry where every thread contributes to the bigger picture. Remember, your world is more than just a setting, it's a living part of the story that shapes characters, reinforces themes, and captivates readers. Start with a strong foundation, add cultural depth, define the rules of your magic or tech, and let the details emerge naturally. By the end, you'll have a world that readers will want to return to again and again. If you enjoyed these world building tips, let me know in the comments what aspect of world building you find most challenging or rewarding. And if you're working on creating a unique world, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep on writing.